Good morning and welcome to Joy News at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM and hits 103.9 FM in Accra. In Kumasi, we on Love 99.5 FM and over 30 affiliates across Ghana's 16 regions, including ATL FM Cape Coast, Might FM Tamale, Bewa Radio Yendi, and in Kiligi FM Bole. Get radio, TV, and online content on the myjoyonline.com interactive app for Android and iOS devices. Coming up, growing anxiety among kidney patients across the country following an increase in dialysis treatment, leaving them to prepare for their deaths.
The payment aspect, serious. We are going to die. We are going to die.
Well, we'll hear from the NHIA preparing to shoulder a fraction of the cost. Also, trade unions, including spare part dealers and food producers, serve notice of price hikes amid the continuous decline of the cedi against major foreign currencies.
The option clearly is to adjust prices up and speculate what the dollar will be in the next couple of weeks and then adjust the prices up and pass everything down to the Ghanaians.
In business,
government considers taxing big technology firms like Meta on revenues earned from Ghana due to dwindling income from local mobile operators. We've got details from the Joy Business Report.
And much later, 1-year-old Ghanaian artist breaks 21-year-old record by becoming the youngest male artist in the world.
We are overjoyed to announce that Ace Liam, at just 1 year and 152 days old, has been officially confirmed by Guinness World Record as the current holder as the youngest male artist in the world.
I'll stay with me, Mami Sinyamiche Thompson, with details of these stories and more. Now, kidney patients are facing increasing anxiety and despair due to the rising cost of dialysis treatment. The fee for 2 weekly sessions on a dialysis machine has surged to 1,000 Ghana cedis. This significant price hike has left many patients feeling abandoned, leading them to believe they have no option but to prepare for death. In the first part of our dialysis series, features editor Richard Kujunyako captures the patient's sense of disappointment, anger, and betrayal.
Last year, 15-year-old Priscilla Santis' young life was cut short. Her dream of becoming a nurse unfulfilled, leaving a void in the hearts of many. Her mother's voice joined the choruses across the country in calling on government to reduce the cost of dialysis in order for many to live. Priscilla was not the last to die. Many have died, and countless numbers are in the queue waiting to die because they can't afford to pay the cost of dialysis. 33-year-old Salas Mensah, teary after hearing the announcement of the increase.
$490 for a day, so in that week, when it comes to it, costs you about 1,000.
He briskly calculates the amount of money he would now have to pay in order to live.
As for me, I don't have anybody. A guy saw me in Kumasi and then he told me to help me. If the price go high like this, I'm crying for the guy now.
It has been a very hard because of the money aspect of it.
Gabriel Mensah retired from the GES last year. Shortly after his retirement, he was diagnosed of the diseases. The weight of this announcement is evident in his voice.
Serious. We are going to die. We are going to die.
Well, health officials are calling on Ghanaians to check their kidneys regularly and avoid herbal and spiritual centers for cure. Christopher Akpakpo is a renal nurse at the Cape Coast Teaching Hospital.
Some, when they are told that they have kidney failure or they are on the verge of losing their kidney function, will want to go and roam. They will deny the fact that they will need dialysis. So they will want to go to spiritual, prayer camps. Some will want to go to alternate herbal medications. And it's quite interesting that now we have a lot of herbal medications on the market. We have a lot of them, and then some will even advertise or some will even say that they cure kidney failure, which is false. It is very, very, very false.
Meanwhile, the National Health Insurance Authority has proposed to take up the cost of 2 out of an average of 8 dialysis sessions for patients. President of the Renal Patients Association, Kojo Bafwa was part of the committee who worked on the proposal, believes the decision is better than none.
No, they want to take 2 sessions out of this. Out of the 8 sections. It's a subsidy. We will take it for now.
Out of the 8 sections.
Yes.
8.
Yes.
So you have to pay for the 6.
Yes.
And you accept this.
Oh, it's better than none. I mean, at least we are making a headway. At least we are making a headway out of it. I mean.
And you heard President of the Renal Patients Association, Kojo Bafwa, in an interview with my colleague Elton Brobe. Now, trader unions, including spare part dealers, food and beverage producers, have served notice of adjusting prices of goods upwards following the freefall of the cedi against the dollar. The business community is alarmed at the rate of the depreciation and the impact on the cost of doing business. A dollar currently goes for as much as 14 cedis, 80 pesos. Speaking to Joy News, Executive Chairman of the Food and Beverages Association Ghana, John Owuni, said businesses are grappling with uncertainty of the fluctuations.
The option clearly is to adjust prices up and speculate what the dollar will be in the next couple of weeks and then adjust the prices up and pass everything down to the Ghanaians.
Well, the Ghana Union of Traders Association says some of its members are increasing the prices of goods they're retailing to consumers. Joseph Paddy speaks for the association.
The rate of deflation is our concern now. Just imagine the shortest possible time. Beginning of the year, the dollar has appreciated against the cedi. It was about 20%, and it's worrying. You know, we didn't see it unlike before, but now the trend at which it's going. You get up in the morning. As of last week, the dollar was 14.2. Today, as I'm talking to you, it's 14.8. So the same commodity product you imported with the same amount, now you go to the port, you're going to pay more duties because of the exchange rate. Because when they use the exchange rate to calculate.
Well, parents have been left in despair as publishers prepare to also increase the cost of textbooks. The Ghana Publishers Association says it will from June increase the prices by 40%, citing operational cost and the imposition of a 27% VAT on importation.
Paper and other printing inputs have been affected by the foreign exchange instability and taxes. Credit for the purchase of printing inputs, which are all imported, should be favorable. The current situation with our banks cannot help domestic printing of books. We have no option but to increase price of books. Starting from June, prices will go up between 30 to 40%. This decision was not easy to make considering the difficult challenges businesses and the citizens are faced with.
Well, some parents say they will have no option than to cough up the funds to pay for the textbooks.
Every day things keep on increasing and increasing and increasing. As a parent, I don't have anything to do. That is what is here now. So unless the government do something about it.
When I come to the market, I don't have any option than to buy and go because that's what they've said.
Away from that, political interference and lack of education emerge as significant obstacles hindering the full enforcement of environmental regulations aimed at managing air pollution in Accra. Air Quality Beat reporter Michael Ashali has more.
Emissions from industry and manufacturing contribute heavily to air pollution in Ghana, but close to half of the country's pollutants are attributable to road transport. Former Director of Air Quality at the EPA, Emmanuel Apo, attributes this to the increased vehicle population and poor driving behavior.
You have plumes of smoke coming out of that, and also you have wear and tear from vehicles that are not maintained.
In Ghana, there are still obstacles hindering the full enforcement of environmental regulations aimed at managing air pollution. Researchers from the Department of Biology, Environment and Occupational Health of the University of Ghana and relevant agencies gathered to identify these obstacles and how to address them. Dr. Reginald Kwanzaa is the lead researcher.
There are other issues of when corporates are prosecuted, there are some interferences from those in power.
Well, in a nation eager for record-breaking achievement, recent attempts by some Ghanaians have faced rejection by Guinness World Records. However, defying the odds, 1-year-old artist Ace Liam has emerged triumphant. Jacqueline Osumayobwa has more.
The record for the youngest male artist remained unchallenged for 21 years after young American Dante Lamb made headlines at the tender age of 3. Fast forward, 1-year-old Ghanaian artist Ace Liam took up the challenge to break this record in an event in Accra from January 18 to January 20th, 2024. 4 months of an anxious wait, Ace Liam's mother, Chantel Egan, proudly announced yesterday at a press conference the official confirmation from Guinness World Records.
We are overjoyed to announce that Ace Liam, at just 1 year and 152 days old, has been officially confirmed by Guinness World Record as the current holder as the youngest male artist in the world.
Well, congratulations to Ace Liam. That's how we end the bulletin here on Joe 99.7 FM. I am Amiesi Nyamiche Thompson. Business is next on the Super Morning Show.
You know, Papa, see that? And it's rickety car. Hey, Papa!
Bobo, so how your engine now?
It is half man, half amazing. Thanks to Quartz and you can feel better energy. Can't touch this. Actually, guys, so Sancho's engine just died like that. Yes, so somebody managed to convince him that there is a better engine oil than Quartz, and he switched. Sancho Panzapa. Now, which engine oil can be better than Quartz? No other, my guy. Quartz with its age-resistant technology, it keeps your engine younger for longer. Now you know. Have you guys seen the new bottle design? It's superb. Quartz 9000 from Total Energies there improves fuel efficiency. Why do you think Mr. Mane and Logoso have taken the Quartz Nation Movement World Cup like that? Sorry. Chairman. Hey, Quartz. Keep your engine younger for longer.
They say a butterfly flapping its wings in Accra can cause a tsunami in Bangkok. So what if your factory in Nsawam could shake up the stock market in Hong Kong? What if your business in Elmina could affect fish production in Norway? What if your refinery in Tema could affect the price of petrol in Moscow? Well, now it can because you have access. Access to the bank with the largest number of customers in Africa.
Aquaba.
Access to our global branch network.
Bonjour. Good morning.
Our robust asset base and an unparalleled digital infrastructure. So go ahead and flap your wings wherever you are, because with us you have access to an entire world of possibilities. Access more than banking.
No matter your water needs, Syntex has it all. Syntex Tank was first to introduce double layer tank, and now you can have as many layers as you want. Syntex Tank was first to introduce white inner layer tanks in Ghana, and now introduces the customer specs order, which will let you order any color and size you want. Syntex Tanks gives you the biggest warranty of 7 years, which no other tank gives you. So whatever your water consumption, size of project, or demand, choose Syntex Tank. Syntex Tank, stress-free. Syntex Tank, reliable. Syntex Tank, maximum guarantee. Call 0244 335 168, Kumasi 0505 555 666, or visit syntexgh.com. Syntex Tank, a year strong, a year tough.
Ebusiafo, welcome. I want to greet Uncle James in Germany. Since I was a child, you have promised me a trip abroad, sir. To date, my passport is still a virgin po. And then to you, baby, for that bombastic broken heart. Hey! I want you to know that latest by June, dear, I would have won big in the Ideal Yonkopa promo.
Win up to 600,000 Ghana cedis in cash. Another amazing prizes up for grabs with Ideal Yonkopa promo. Just peel, text, and you could win big. This advert is FDA approved.
Hello, Auntie Araba. Hey, Bugger, how are you doing today? I want to buy Pepsodent Cavity Fighter, but I don't have enough money. So what are you going to do? Can you give me the big size? You know, as for me, I'll pay the balance later. Today, no credit. I haven't sold much this morning. If you don't have enough money for the big size, why don't you try the 120-gram pack? There's a 120-gram pack? Introducing the new Pepsodent Cavity Fighter in 120-gram pack size. More affordable and convenient. Get yours today from any supermarket near you. Every smile matters. This advert is FDA approved.
Hello?
Yo, bro. SG Ghana has done it again. Low interest rates on loans this year too. Yeah, Tisubium.
Charlie, I did throw inside. Let me call you back.
Call SG Ghana rather. Collect loan and buy car, my guy. Low, very low interest rates on loans this year too. It's difficult to keep good news to yourself, especially when it can transform your life and those close to you. SG Ghana went low on interest rates last year, and this year we are even lower. Yes, Tisubium. Get the money you need to turn your dreams into a reality. Visit any SG Ghana branch near you and speak to our dedicated staff about the amazing Tisubium loans today. You can also call 0302-214-314 for more details.
Ojo, it's 3 a.m. What's now?
Tisubium. Okay, bye. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
This is what it has come to, the moment that defines a season. It's the finale, and I want it all. I want all the goals and the drama. I want Pep and Klopp racing for the top. I want the biggest stars shining on Champions League nights. I want the fairy tale stories and the glory. I want the passion of Serie A. I want the flair of La Liga. I want the Premier League. I want the football finals. I want it all. Reconnect to catch every match live on DSTV.
Right, so welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us. 6 a.m. news brought to us by Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you. And of course, coming up is the Joy Business Report brought to us by Omni Basic Bank at your service. Akbafu.
Hey, morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm good. What's this going around about Man City, Tottenham Hotspurs?
Oh, Tottenham Hotspurs failed to do Arsenal a favor. Now, Arsenal fans like Fred Smith and my very good friend Wisdom Klu were hoping that Tottenham would do them a favor. Their North London rivals will beat Man City. But Heung-min Son had a one-on-one chance, 1v1 chance to level. And unfortunately, with Pep Guardiola on the floor, knowing that his team was going to be in a difficult position to win the championship, Heung-min Son missed that glorious opportunity. And so Man City won by 2-0. I mean, eventually had a penalty in injury time and made it 2. And so Arsenal fans maybe would have to count on West Ham United, but it doesn't look like West Ham.
Man City more likely to win.
More likely to win. And Arsenal more likely to do the very close, George Weafi is an Arsenal fan. I didn't know this. I've now remembered. I mean, always close. Always close. In fact, Arsenal were on top of the league until they bottled it up as they've always done. But I'm sure the Arsenal fans can tell us, what they make of yesterday's game. And also the Man City fans, very few of them here in Ghana. Tottenham fans like President Akufo-Addo may be happy because Arsenal doesn't get to win it. And so that's it by way of football.
Wow.
But Dara, we have a very important conversation. Just listen. Listen to this. Just listen to this.
Because we can't pay. Today, let me be very honest with you, today, 5 people could not dialyze because they don't have the 491.
What happened to them?
They have to go home.
490 for a day. So in that week, when it comes to it, costs you about 1,000. As for me, I don't have anybody. A guy saw me in Kumasi and then he told me to help me. If the price go high like this, I'm crying for the guy now.
It has been a very hard because of the money aspect of it. Serious. We are going to die. We are going to die.
Just imagine.
The thought that you're going to die.
You're going to die. Not because treatment is unavailable, but because you don't have the money. And this is health we're talking about. This is something that in other jurisdictions, it's covered. It's free. In fact, today, the conversation in other jurisdictions is how they can get dialysis machines to individual homes so that you can do it on your own. But in our country, if it's not the non-availability of dialysis machines, it's the cost of dialysis.
The cost.
And this morning when I played that song, Onipa Hiamwa, I played it for a reason. There's a lot we can do. The First Sky Group we know helps the Kolebu Renal Unit. They subsidize it. The National Health Insurance Authority is talking about plans far advanced. They're going to be doing that. But the question is, how long? This should have been done yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And so if we knew we had something in place, why didn't we roll it out immediately? Again, we are waiting for processes. We are able to pass bills and pass agreements under certificate of urgency.
Yeah.
When it comes to life, we're waiting. How wicked can we be?
It's a pathetic situation. And you talk about how countries are even considering bringing treatment to your home.
Yeah.
And we're here struggling with what to pay.
We'll have that conversation. Now time for the Joy Business Report with Darryl Kwao and the team.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up this morning, government considers taxing big technology firms on revenues and from Ghana due to dwindling income from local mobile operators. Also coming up, Bank of Ghana close to setting new date for electronic cedi rollout following improved economic situation. Plus, major funding and partnership deals closed at 3i Africa Summit, a move expected to aid growth of fintechs in Ghana. We have more on the event which ends today. Don't go anywhere. My name is Darryl Kwao. Thanks for being with us this morning. Hello to our friends listening from Koforidua on KTU Radio. The Bank of Ghana has revealed that it is now close to setting a new date for full introduction of the digital version of the cedi. The central bank was in 2022 forced to freeze its introduction due to the challenging economic environment. But with the economy now showing signs of recovery, the bank says it has made significant progress in the rollout. Dr. Maxwell Opoku-Afare is first deputy governor of the Bank of Ghana.
You go to the innovation village, everything that is being sold there is only transacted through digital money. So you cannot use cash to buy anything there. Here, right
so
here.
As we speak right now, the ECD has been operationalized.
Only for this summit, as a pilot.
One would ask that when would it be rolled out?
We did a bigger pilot, and when we finish the pilot, we now have to look at the commercials. It has to come with some commercials and also create an environment to roll it out. Now that the economy is stabilizing and resetting, I think we are moving into the space where we are getting ready to begin to consider commercials around the ECD and properly rolling it out more universally. But just at this summit, we decided to demonstrate how it will work and allow people to be able to load either on your mobile phone or offline.
The economists will always want to play with the terms that all other things being equal, addressing all these concerns, could it happen this year or possibly next?
That timeline I will not be able to give, but as we're working towards ensuring that the economy is fully reset as soon as we think the environment is right. And also the commercials are right in terms of how these whole commercials around the ECD will.
But one would ask that in terms of the necessary pilots and all the rest, it has been completed.
Yes, the pilot is done and the results were fantastic.
That was First Deputy Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Maxwell Opoku-Afare, speaking to Joy Business on the sidelines of the 3i Africa Summit. Just so you know, the digital cedi represents a token or a digital value note currently in use. Payments are done by transferring the value note from one person to another, and the concept is similar to cash payment transactions. Now, major funding and partnership deals have been closed at the FinTech and Innovation Conference 3i Africa Summit in Accra. These agreements were finalized on the second day of the summit. Joy Business's Winston Taki has more.
This is the day 2 of the 3i Africa Summit. Began this morning with a conversation that was spearheaded by Ghana's Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who consistently has been championing the case of digitalization in Ghana. He spoke about the interoperability, how networking is critical to ensure that everyone has access to digital services. He also highlighted how, due to the government's policy, people will be able to have access to loans, which is necessary to accelerate their inclusivity into the financial net. On the side of it, there have been deals that have been signed. Key of them was between the DBG, Bank of Ghana, and Singapore, and that is to the tune of $100 million US. And the objective of that deal is to accelerate the SME ecosystem in Ghana. There have been consistent conversation on bridging the gap between funding and business. The key issue that came to light is whether this summit is just going to be mere talk, no action. But what I'm seeing here today tells me that the leaderships, the stakeholders, the government mean business this time round. We're hoping that by the end of this summit tomorrow, there are going to be highlights which we're going to see a lot of collaboration between startups, fintech experts, founders, and collaborators to ensure that indeed the African dream to have a well-digitalized economy is a reality and not a far-fetched dream. Still stay tuned to Joy Business for more updates. My name is Winston Taki, reporting for Joy Business.
All right, Winston, there with highlights of day 2 of the 3i Africa Summit. The summit is expected to end today with more thought leadership engagements and panel discussions. Former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta is expected to make a presentation on sustainable investments. President Akufo-Addo will formally close the event in the evening with a speech questioning a call for action. Now, government is considering taxing big tech firms like Google, YouTube, and Meta on revenues earned from the country. Ghana Revenue Authority is also engaging these firms over the introduction of tax measures. The move has been influenced by declining revenue from the traditional technology sectors. Communications and Digitalization Minister Esther Osei-Kufo tells Joy Business this is a move by governments in Africa rather than just Ghana.
The revenue that we derive from this sector is dwindling because of technological advance.
Even the complaints that they are being overtaxed.
How many of you make pure voice calls? Almost all of you are using data to make your calls. So and even international calls as well. So the revenue that we're getting from the international gateway is declining. And so how does government also make up for these declining revenue sources? We have to look at new ways of getting some of the profits that are being made in this sector. And none of them contributes to actually building the networks on which they deliver their services to the end consumer. Is that situation going to be allowed to continue? No. At some stage, they're going to be asked to also contribute. So those are conversations that we need to have so that it reduces the burden on the network operators who are in country, who are building those networks, on the backs of which these big tech companies are delivering their services.
Communications and Digitalization Minister Esther Osei-Kufo. Now, the General Agricultural Workers Union has warned that Ghana could lose its enviable position as second in cocoa production in the world. That is, if stringent measures are not taken to protect cocoa farmers from illegal mining activities. The caution comes after Cocoa Board's Chief Executive Joseph Boyne Edu disclosed that it has refunded $250 million it acquired from the African Development Bank for irrigation purposes in cocoa farms. Now, General Secretary of the Union, Edward Carwer, said other countries are making strong efforts to overtake Ghana in cocoa production.
It's no more lucrative to be in cocoa production. And there are many factors which are real. Even the cocoa farmers who are patriotic and insist that they will not, sell their farms and they will stay with their farms are forced to sell them out. They will flood your farms with all the dirty water. You cannot even enter the farm again. They could come there by force and take it. So you see, it's so pathetic and it's heartbreaking that we can sit down, allow such a monumental criminal act to continue. Not for today, there are some crimes when they are committed, the effect will be for today. But this one is against generations to come.
General Secretary of GAU, Edward Carwer there. You are listening to the Joy Business Report. Bank has put on hold a process to raise some 600 million cedis or dollars from shareholders. This was after a minority shareholder filed an application in court seeking to halt the fundraising exercise. The bank, in a notice to investors, noted that it will take the final decision on the way forward after the ruling on the case, which will be in the middle of the month. Proceeds of the offer were supposed to help recapitalize Bank and deliver long-term value to shareholders. Now, the ECOWAS Commission is appealing to private sector investors to take advantage of the ongoing Abidjan-Lagos Corridor project to support the opening of investments in the sub-region. Speaking to journalists after a validation workshop in Accra, project manager of the Abidjan-Lagos Corridor project, Chris Apia, explained that this will be a profitable venture for private sector investors.
These are traffic or economic benefit generative projects, right? They are not projects in themselves. Once we complete the highway, it opens access to all these various economic sectors. Then the economic activities in industry, manufacturing, agri, tourism would also help the highway generate the traffic that it needs. So if you are an investor and you put in $1 in the construction of the highway, you are assured that the rate of return for your investment will be attained quicker, because you are not just basing your profitability on the traffic on the road, but also the economic gains that the industries and manufacturing age platforms would offer to you. So this is the model we are trying to approach financiers with.
Chris Apia, project manager for the Abidjan-Lagos Corridor project. Now, architecture firm Archidesign Concepts is giving young and newly minted architects the opportunity to shake up Ghana's housing market with a blend of traditional and modern designs whilst cutting costs and protecting the environment. Archidesign Concepts also hopes to help reduce Ghana's housing deficit with this tiny homes project. Here's more in our Joy Business Van episode for today. Houses cost so much to build in Ghana, and the type of materials used contributes to the cost. It becomes very discouraging for prospective homeowners. To help address the housing deficit, Archidesign's Concept has started a new project it calls Tiny Homes.
The Tiny Home project is a project we really love. It's an idea or a concept we came about when we noticed housing in Ghana is a problem. So we decided to come up with this concept. We actually built this and fully furnished it in 21 days. So we came about with this concept where we'll be able to help young ones, singles, families acquire a comfortable space.
Many young Ghanaians do not have enough funds to buy homes outright. Majority of them usually rent accommodation. The Tiny Homes project, Samuel says, would help young people, especially acquire comfortable space at a cheaper cost. Make a date 1 p.m. right after the Joy Business Report, 5 p.m. on Business Live on the Joy News channel for the full episode. Before we go, let's check the markets for you. The currency market this morning, the dollar going for 14 cedis, 80 pesos. That's based on quotes from Forex Bureau. The British pound, 18 cedis, 20 pesos. The euro going for 15 cedis, 80 pesos. On the commodity market, crude oil dropped to $82 a barrel after a marginal decline from yesterday's trading. Gold trading at $2,356 an ounce after losing marginally. Cocoa went up by $156 to open trading at $7,322 a ton. There is more news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. My name is Darryl Kwao. Thanks for doing the listening. Winston is here to continue with the Super Morning Show, and I know that the CD is also going to be something you're going to discuss today.
Yeah, the CD is affecting all of us. I mean, the free fall, it must stop.
Yeah, Guta warning the prices of goods and services.
But you see, if the price of goods and services go up, it leads to an increase in inflation, and we know what inflation does to all of us.
Yeah,
I mean. Anyway, Darryl, thank you. Thank you very, very much for joining us, with the Joy Business Report. Time now for our inspirational song for today, and it's Give Me Oil by Joe Metal.
Great stuff.
And you just, in like 30 seconds, you want to blast in the language of the spirit. Come on, lift it up.
You want to pray in the language of the Spirit. He will praise in unknown tongues, edifies himself. Lift your voice in this place tonight. Come on, 20 more seconds.
is a suspicion that one of the boys in the back room, Ogware Wansra, so he was motivated to choose Give Me Oil as our inspirational song this morning. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. But hello, all of you. How nice to see you all.
Hey there.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning. I bring you love and greetings from Ogwaman. Yes, Osabere Makwisata II sends his Dr. Osabere Makwisata II.
We take him.
Sends his greetings
he was
to you.
Recently giving an honorary doctorate by the University of Cape Coast.
Correct.
So
we
said
we would not be
using that title.
Yes. Please. You may have agreed to that.
Honorary doctorates remain honorary.
Yes.
They are not used.
So in his honor, I say Osabere Doctor.
all those who claim doctors,
he's even about to be given another one from Cape Coast Technical University.
Let's get to
so
a drive safe.
Be a double doctor.
Let's get to a drive safe.
Let's get there quickly. It's brought to us by
Joy News.
Like 6.
That's what I mean. I respect about Jerry John Rollins.
Yeah, and he never.
And Jay Kufo has lots of them. They don't use it. Anyway, let's get into a drive safe campaign brought to us by Joy News and the Multimedia Group, and supported by Toyota Superior Quality. Our tip today says, let speeders pass. An effective part of being a defensive driver, an effective part of a defensive driving strategy is to avoid conflict in the first place. And defensive drivers know to let speeders or someone who's driving over the speed limit pass them. Don't feed into another driver's road rage by increasing your pace to interact with someone who's clearly in more of a hurry than you are. Prioritize your safety and the safety of your passengers and the safety of others on the road at all times above winning an arbitrary speed battle on the road. And I use this tip because someone drove carelessly this morning.
Oh.
And when I was thinking about, I need to tell this guy something, I just remembered this.
Yeah.
because sometimes, but please don't engage in any fight on the road.
You don't know which mad person is looking for an opportunity to demonstrate his madness. You might be in the right, but just because you've given him the opportunity, it causes harm to either you or somebody you care about in your car. You don't want that.
No, sometimes you think about it this way, that people are going through a lot.
Indeed.
So the person might be going through a lot. So you should rather, understand the person, then move on. It will make you feel better, actually. Yes.
I'll never forget, this same traffic light at Gold House, I was stuck behind a car, and the light changed and the car didn't move. So everybody was honking their horn, and as they were driving past, they were insulting the person. When it got to my turn, I was driving past, I looked in, and the person was in tears. The woman, she was in tears, uncontrollable tears. I actually stopped and came back to check on her, and she never told me what was wrong, but she just said she's okay, she's going to compose herself, and then she managed to drive off.
Talking about traffic lights, the one very close to us hasn't been functioning properly. So depending on where you're coming from, the lights could be red, gold, and green at the same time.
Yeah.
And the other one would also be green, and it causes a lot of confusion.
Today is not functioning at all.
This one is just in our backyard.
Which light is this?
This is the traffic light that takes you to. Is it Tiptoe Lane? This is the traffic light that takes you to Odo Rice.
Okay.
It's just here.
Right. Yeah.
We need it to be fixed. ASAP.
Yeah. Okay. Shall we get on with it?
Yes, let's learn how to say it right. It's brought to you by Kingdom Books at Kingdom Quality and Affordability at their hallmarks, and Societe Generale Bank Ghana. The future is you.
And apparently today we are getting a special lesson from the professor. Okay, are we ready for it?
Mm-hmm.
Something must be done.
You say either. I say, Kojo, Mama V, and Raymond, I've been thinking of what to do, and I realized that people have asked me this question over and over again. Whenever I've had to do a word, say, for instance, I say, elevate your goodness, people have asked the simple question, why is it not elevate your goodness, but it becomes elevate your goodness? Or why do we
elevate your goodness?
Yes, relax. Why do we say can't you instead of can't you? And it's a very simple rule. Now, when you have t followed by a Y sound, as in you, it becomes ch. That's what we call assimilation, coalescent assimilation. So the whole sound changes. It's the same with Could You Be Loved? I mean, I'm sure there are many of you who remember that Bob Marley song. So when you have D or D followed by a Y sound, and Y sound is very simple, you see the letter Y, instead of becoming could you, it becomes could you. In the same vein, if you see T followed by a Y sound, it becomes Ch. Okay, so elevate your goodness. Can't you? So if you want
Chikata.
Raymond Akwa.
Why?
Let's be serious this morning. So if you want to say it right, that's just something we can all learn. Because I know that many of us would just go ahead that way, but there's assimilation, and in this kind of assimilation,
I have a feeling from Samuel Dami's facial reaction that he's just confused.
Oh, he's not confused.
You know?
Yeah.
He must elevate his goodness.
Yes.
That's how you say it, right?
Yes.
That's how you say it. Could you be loved?
No, you can bring. But you see, in Black English vernacular, when they say gotcha, you see?
Gotcha.
Yes. That's actually from that kind of thing. But it's the right thing. I mean, if they just had gone with, you, that'd be it. Anyway.
That one is advanced assimilation.
Coalescent assimilation.
Coalescent assimilation. That's how you say it, right? Oh. All right, let's get into the news review brought to us by Syntex Tank, you're stronger, you're tough, and Access Bank. Access Bank, more than banking.
Now, the Daily Graphic is reporting this morning sees fintech opportunities, digitalization, mobile money interoperability are launch pads. This, according to the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Dr. Mahmoud Bamia. He's telling African nations, and this is at the 3I Africa Summit happening in Ghana. He did the address at day 2. They were wasting saying yes, even though I'm not sure what he's responding to, the digitalization or the mobile money interoperability. Or the seizing fintech opportunities.
Everything.
Oh, I agree, but we know we are making it more difficult for people to operate in the fintech sector. So sometimes when we say people to seize opportunities, and they will tell you how they are struggling with taxes and all of the other, the environment is not as congenial as we are purporting to make it be. And players in the sector are 100% aware of that. I don't know whether they will fix it anytime soon, because it looks like now we are looking for every opportunity to either tax more or crunch people so they can no longer produce the things they're supposed to produce. So I hope these things come with not just telling people that interoperability and also digitalization is a wonderful thing to do, but it comes with actual opportunities and growth paths, and also, as has been said before, incentives for more people to get into that sector and operate functionally. Okay. Well, now also on the front page, book publishers fume over NACA's assessment role, and they have also been complaining that next month they are increasing the cost of books next month, which means that you can buy your books this month. Yeah, I know this country, many people don't like buying books unless it's for their children. Yeah.
June. Except that the academic calendar will begin in September, right? So you would not know the book list until September.
You can ask the school why. They will give you a head of time. Then you buy it and put it down. Anyway, now stakeholders demand public scrutiny of state land policy, and that's on the front page too. Public scrutiny is important. One of the craziest sectors in the Republic, we have recently had that conversation, is the land sector. Even the Chief Justice admits that that place should have the focus of the state in fixing the problems there.
No? When is it?
Hopefully soon. And more nurses to be recruited, trainees to receive allowance. You remember this incident, right? So the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana was at Northeast in a very nice youth conference. then he stated categorically that this is what we have done online. The NDC, we are actually giving you trainee allowances and all of that. Then in the question time, a young lady comes to the front, mentions her name, mentions that she's from a nursing training institution, and asks a simple question. When will the alawa be paid? And the allowances have not been paid.
Those are the fundamentals.
Yes, and she says she has been in the school for almost 3 years. She's leaving. She has not received the allowance. Vice President, he has not checked on that. He will do so. He will do so and get back to them. Okay, he will put pressure on the right ends. Just yesterday, the Vice President is giving an update. I think I've seen stories that suggest that the Vice President is giving an update.
Right, that one too is a joke.
No, this is the story. No, not jokes. The Vice President will be telling that he has worked on it. He's gotten the Ministry of Finance to release the money. Today is Wednesday. Tomorrow, it will hit the account of the Ministry of Health. He's directed that if they hit the account, they should not look left, they should not look right, straight into the accounts of the students who are affected. So alawa is supposed to arrive when it hits the account of the Ministry of Health tomorrow. So the matter has been settled.
After what, 3 years?
Oh yeah, but Vice President, busy man, he cannot be.
It's not in arrears for 3 years.
No, I'm saying that the young lady says since she came to the school, she has not received a single peswa. That is what she said. That was the question. That was the question that the Vice President, the immediate answer was not clear.
But you see, it still doesn't make sense to me that somebody is in a training institution and we're giving them allowances for what? Why do we carry a burden that we know, we can handle? Well, then why don't make the tuition free?
No, our point was that they needed, this theory that we need to recruit more people in the sector. Now we have some of them sitting at home. Recently they were giving clearance also to be employed. So it's like we are clearing the backlog. I'm not sure if everybody has been cleared.
We have actually met our nurse. See,
Raymond, Samuel, that means assistant should say some.
Today we've met our nurse to patient ratio.
Yeah.
In the past we had issues.
So there's no economic reason why we should actually be paying anybody any amount to study anything.
Yes.
Then come to think of how about doctors?
Yes.
Imagine, the doctors who are paying school fees at the Investor Government Hospital.
I have always made my point clear. My position is that we don't need to pay nurses and teachers any trainee allowance.
I agree.
Go to school.
No way.
When you finish. In fact, those allowances that are paid them, if we had invested the money in other sectors, we could yield results and used to pay them when they come out so that they don't come, picketing. And secondly, stop bonding these people. Because they go to the training colleges or institutions, you don't employ them. They can't get jobs because when they go out there, they are told, you're under a bond. We are even afraid if we employ you right now, you leave us once you get it. Stop bonding them. Let them move on with their lives. There are a lot of health facilities today, private health facilities, who would need the service of these persons. But you bond them and it becomes an issue.
And again, not only private health facilities. I know a lot of nurses in the last couple of years who have left the country.
Yes.
Yeah, so it should be possible, if we don't have a place for them in this country, to actually go elsewhere and apply their trade in a way that will contribute to mankind in different form.
Is there any doubt in anybody's mind that's the only reason why a nursing allowance exists still is because somebody did the maths, realized that we need more doctors than nurses, but there are more people going to nursing school than medical school. So which of them will give us more votes?
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, is that not it? Otherwise, what other sense does it make to be paying a nursing allowance for trainees?
Well, let's get into the Daily Guide newspaper. On the front page, the president says defending his record in the road infrastructure and transportation network. It says our road projects unmatched. AG debanks Opuni Supreme Court claims. KGL boss Louds Otumfo. And on the ambulance case, businessman denies charges. That's how the front page of the paper looks like.
And the new finder says Foucault's critics rank banking consultant Sigabose calls for his removal lack merit. And I'm sure you know of the story of Trinibua Kodia Foucault, who's the new MD of the NIB, who's a parliamentary candidate. And so they've questioned the decision behind his appointment and
his promotion.
His promotion, because he was deputy MD,
and banking consultant, Richmond Etienne and Co. saying there's nothing wrong with that. But also on the front page, we'll talk more about that.
Oh yeah, he'll be able to do all nicely, right? He'll be able to.
I don't think Mr. Etienne quite said that. Because he was talking about the processes that the BOG will have to take you through, and he says that I think there are some 7 key governance points.
He's passed it. The
BOG has passed it, but there was the time commitment bit where he was
Fit
saying
and
that
proper person's test.
Exactly,
Yeah.
especially the time commitments.
Taxing churches, FBOs will be counterproductive, Dr. Baumia. But the governor is
But
here.
even before you move on, if this was let's say one of those private banks, you can mention any of them.
No way.
And they are selecting.
No way.
Their MD. You think that they would have bargained or actually put on the table somebody with such a commitment?
It would have been maybe PwC, KPMG.
You get my point. If we were to be
doing like a
so why is it that when we
to
feel
get a proper MD to bring up a bank that's really reality is not doing so well?
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
And also on the front page here, Dr. Addison, that's the governor of the Bank of Ghana, talking about African fintechs struggling for investment. So, yes.
Yes.
You were talking about that earlier.
Sorry. Who is saying it?
The governor of the Bank of Ghana.
Yeah.
Yes.
So on one hand, seize the opportunities. The other one says they are struggling for. And I
so
agree.
where are the opportunities?
They are in the sector, except that we have constricted the space for the opportunities. That you can get in there, but thriving is difficult. So your partners elsewhere may not think of you as a viable element for them to invest in.
I mean, isn't it all down to the cost of credit?
So my only issue
the
is
cost of credit, and who should solve that problem?
The people who are supposed to be resolving, they are reminding us of the issues.
They are even calling for solutions.
Oh gosh.
Well, I mean, the thing about credit is that sometimes also you have we've seen international agencies giving funds to these fintechs. Sometimes they don't take anything. We've seen others also investing and having taking a stake in them. We've had, angel investors here and there. These are things we can also do here. I mean, you see, I've always had a bit of an issue with how we do things when it comes to our National Entrepreneurial and Innovation Program, for instance, where people, we talk about the fact that, we have given funds to 2,000 people, and that's supposed to be the achievement. We have not said that, because we gave funds to this person, he's been able to create this number of jobs and contributed this amount of money to the Ghanaian economy, and by extension, paid this amount of taxes. That's one of the things we don't do here. So the achievement is the number of people we've released funds to.
Yeah.
Not the impact of the funds that we gave.
Because the goal was never to solve a problem.
Good.
So the goal was to win votes.
Yeah,
it's vote buying.
Yeah, so
today I can probably link every story in the newspaper to vote buying if you allow me.
What I see the governor doing, and we've seen it here, and I've talked about the fact that, look, today you have NEIP, you have Maslog. These funds should be given to banks, and the banks would run proper tests and know the companies to help. Some of which could be, at a 2% or no interest rate, so they pay it later on in 2 or 3 years. Some could be 2%, 5%. Let us stop using public funds for unnecessary things. And we even when it comes to
I agree. I think that some of these things, for example, they should go and sit with ISE. Professor Peter Kote and Co. are doing a lot of work with Indeed, which is really to do with financial inclusion. Yeah. All forms of fintech, the interest of the state is financial inclusion.
Yeah.
So if it results in that, proper research will then tell you that these are the areas to go to make it possible. Then eventually you know where to put your money. But well, I suspect that conversation would happen after so many have failed.
Will somebody get a 10%? 20?
Let's go for the online news review.
Vote buying. All right, let's do the online review. It comes to us thanks to Zenith Bank in your best interest. Goyle Good Energy. Goyle, Yenara, India.
Now, I'm just announcing to you today that the Zenith Fanuform promo ends today. Fanuform today. You have 24 good hours. Hey, they'll close at 5 p.m. You have 24 good hours to make good on this one. Now, you heard right. Today is the last opportunity to own a free Zenith MasterCard. Visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide for your free Zenith MasterCard today and enjoy the convenience of making payments online or in store or withdrawing cash from ATMs. Get your free Zenith MasterCard today and experience true convenience. Terms and conditions apply. Zenith Bank.
In your best interests.
Brilliant.
All right, let's talk about Good Energy here. And Good Energy has hit the road with exciting choices to energize your vehicle. It has given you more options to take you further. So watch this space. So I'm saying it again. Watch this space for your choice. Goil Yena Yedia.
And myjoyonline.com this morning, we are not against good for oil policy, but it's skewed implementation. It's skewed. That's what they're against. Pack your equipment and leave immediately. Upper East Rexec to illegal miners.
Please, let's make time for this.
They should be arrested. I mean,
can you imagine you actually catch people
Robber.
illegally mining, and then you tell them that I am giving you time to pack and go? Like, seriously, after everything we've been through with illegal mining.
Hi, Robber.
Wow.
Don't worry. Hi, Robber. It is our final notice to you.
Oh my God.
Time now for the BBC News.
Me, Seth, I was going to give you a few more seconds. You have a little bit more time. Hi, Robber. How about it?
It's your time to leave. Please pack up and leave nicely, okay? Bye-bye.
This minister should not be in office today.
Oh, but he is. Dr. Hafiz bin Saleh, I know him. He's a fine gentleman. But there is a law. Why is he not enforcing it?
People are doing the wrong thing. You've seen them, and then you tell them that, oh, please pack and go.
All right, let's go for the BBC News. It's brought to you by Fidelity Bank, believe with us, and Old Mutual, 10 years of greatness in Ghana, here for a lifetime.
This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
Coming up after the news from the BBC World Service, it's Hard Talk with me, Stephen Saka. Love it or loathe it, there is no denying Formula One is one of the world's biggest sporting brands, attracting billions of eyeballs and commercial revenues to match. The best known names are the drivers, the greats like Senna, Lauda, Schumacher, Hamilton, and today's number one, Verstappen. But the key figures are the racing team bosses. My guest today, Sir Ron Dennis, founded the McLaren Group and was one of the most successful bosses in F1 history.
When you are a dominant force, everybody tries to tear you down. It starts with the teams, it then goes to the governing bodies. It isn't in the interests of motorsport for a team to dominate. So everything starts to work against you, and you have to be very, very resilient.
That's Sir Ron Dennis on Hard Talk after the news.
Hello, I'm Moira Alderson with the BBC News. The Biden administration has confirmed it'll proceed with its latest delivery of weapons to Israel. The package is separate from large bombs whose shipment was paused by President Biden last week. Ian McWilliam reports.
The new $1 billion package of US weapons for Israel will now be reviewed by Congress. Officials say it will include tank rounds, mortars and armoured tactical vehicles. It's the first tranche of military support for Israel to emerge since President Biden delayed a shipment of large 900-kilo bombs last week because of concerns they could be used in Rafah in the south of Gaza. Israel's Prime Minister Netanyahu insists a military operation there is necessary to clear out Hamas fighters based in tunnels. Mr. Biden has said such large bombs should not be used in densely populated areas, and he has urged Mr. Netanyahu not to invade Rafah without safeguards for civilians.
President Putin says relations between Russia and China have reached their highest level ever. In an interview with China's news agency on the eve of his visit to Beijing, he hailed their comprehensive strategic partnership and praised what he claimed was China's genuine desire to resolve the war in Ukraine. Laura Bicker is in Beijing.
Moscow sees Beijing as its closest ally and hope for some show of support from President Xi, who will no doubt roll out the red carpet for his comrade. But while Mr. Putin might brag about the relationship, Mr. Xi has other calculations to make. China has not sent any weapons or ammunition to contribute to Russia's war effort. But both Washington and Brussels believe that China is selling vital components to Russia, which is aiding their war effort.
Taiwan says it's detected the largest number of Chinese military planes flying nearby this year as it gears up for the inauguration of its new president next week. The US Justice Department says Boeing can be criminally prosecuted for 2 deadly crashes involving its 737 MAX aircraft after it breached the terms of a settlement. It had shielded it from federal legal proceedings for 2 deadly crashes in Ethiopia and Indonesia. Our business reporter is Monica Miller.
They found this in the wake of an investigation into a separate incident that happened just this January when an in-flight panel blew out on an Alaska Airlines flight. And as they started to investigate, they had realized that there were some similar problems in its design with a third-party provider. Now, that happened just 2 days before the 2021 agreement shielding Boeing from prosecution was overturned and it had expired. So now the Justice Department is looking at U.S. fraud violations in this instance, and potentially they could really face some serious fines.
Monica Miller reporting. BBC News. Ukraine's energy operator has extended until this morning its rollout of emergency blackouts following weeks of Russian strikes on power infrastructure. It said industrial users would experience power restrictions throughout the day, but critical infrastructure wouldn't be limited. Ukraine is experiencing a sharp drop in temperatures. President Ramaphosa is due to sign into law a controversial health insurance bill that South Africa's main business lobby group has described as unaffordable and unconstitutional. It aims to widen health coverage among the poor and overhaul a historically unequal healthcare system. But critics say it will violate the constitutional right to choose a healthcare provider. A study suggests millions of middle-aged adults who believe they're healthy may actually be obese. Researchers looked at people's body fat percentage instead of calculating their body mass index, or BMI. Here's Philippa Roxby.
BMI, the standard tool used worldwide for assessing body weight, works for most, apart from the very muscly. But it doesn't allow for the build-up of fat around our middles from the age of 40 and the decline of muscles, which often don't change overall body weight. When researchers analysed levels of body fat in more than 4,000 adults, around 50% more men and 40% more women were classed as obese than with BMI. Using a lower threshold for obesity would, they say, give a clearer picture of who's at risk from heart disease and type 2 diabetes.
A deadline is nearing in a dispute between the EU and Britain over the impact of fishing on North Sea wildlife. London has banned foreign vessels in its waters from catching sand eels, a key source of food for marine life. But EU fishing boats, mainly from Denmark, catch 250,000 tonnes of the eels a year. If no compromise is reached today, the dispute will go to formal arbitration. That's the latest. BBC News.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
Good energy hits the road with exciting choices to energize your ride, giving you more options to take you further. Watch this space for your choice.
Goil, yeah.
Wake up, have a great day, yeah. With nourishing cowbell premium milk and cowbell Vita Rich, nourishment for you.
Introducing the new Cowbell Premium Milk, high in protein, and the new Cowbell Vita-Rich, enriched with vitamin B9, both so creamy. Now there's a Cowbell for you.
Cowbell, a creamy goodness.
This advert is FDA approved.
It's the 3i Africa Summit, where innovation, impact, and investment converge, where technology drives transformation. From the 13th to the 15th of May 2024, heads of state, central bank governors, thought leaders, innovators, investors, academics, and entrepreneurs will converge to unleash Africa's full potential. Discover the power of digital assets, explore the state of digital growth in Africa, and unveil lessons from Africa's central bank digital currency experiments. Engage in discussions on diversity in the creative arts and tech, financing Africa's SMEs and bridging the digital gender gap. Network with investors, pitch your ideas, and access funding at the 3i Africa Deal Room and Pitchfest. Join us at the Accra International Conference Center as we ignite a fintech revolution for Africa's financial future. Visit 3iafrica.com to register now.
Dear business owner, congrats on not giving up on your business. You deserve a medal, and your business deserves to be taken to the next level. In fact, it's about time you run a Zenith Bank SME account so you and your business can enjoy the perks of a Zenith SME business card. Oga and Oga Madam status.
The Zenith SME Business Card is a Visa debit card for making secure payments for goods and services. Enjoy great benefits such as free customized digital SME training, free marketing toolkits, access to Visa practical skills training, and more. Unlock the potential of your business today. Visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide and sign up for the Zenith SME Business Card, the ultimate payment solution for SMEs. For more information, visit www.zenithbank.com.gh or call 0302 680-884 or 0307-086-370. Zenith Bank, in your best interests.
Cote d'Ivoire, next door, which has come through a civil war after an electoral dispute, has, thanks to disciplined and prudent management, recovered dramatically. Its GDP growth was 8.4%, while inflation is 1.2% in 2015. Cote d'Ivoire is now the largest producer of cashew in the world, and its economy is being transformed dramatically. So the question that you have to ask is, how can global phenomena skip Cote d'Ivoire and all the surrounding countries and only attack Ghana? How? How does it happen?
I am Wahinere Gifty-Auntie. You see, it always feels good when you receive that salary alert. I made a bold decision to invest a lump sum into the Old Mutual Retirement Salary Plan, and this means that I will get these alerts every month throughout retirement for the rest of my life. You too can retire on your own terms. Invest a lump sum in the Old Mutual Retirement Salary Plan today and receive a monthly income for the perfect retirement. Call Old Mutual on 050-453-4333 or visit www.oldmutual.com.gh to sign up today. Obrapa Ahotongwa.
Old Mutual, do great things every day.
There are some classy celebrations that call for whipping out your favorite China sets. Same goes for your luxury vehicle. Just any engine oil won't do. Premium understands premium best. The new Shell Helix Ultra 0W20 SP with carbon neutral properties is the one for your premium car. It's a fully synthetic motor oil designed using the Shell Pure Plus technology. Prevents dirt buildup with exceptional cleaning power, leaving your pistons cleaner than a whistle, up to 50% more than the industry standard, and gives you stronger, long-lasting engine performance. So, if you want your classic car to run smoothly like a Ferrari for years to come, use the Shell Helix Ultra 0W20 SP with carbon neutral properties. Shell Helix Ultra 0W20 SP, designed for ultimate engine performance.
You worked hard for your money, and DSTV gives you a whole lot more for a lot less than you think. Ooh. Instead of one takeout dinner, how about treating the family to a whole month of the best entertainment with DSTV? From thrilling sports, blockbusters, captivating series, to entertaining kid shows, we have it all.
Totally awesome!
And with DSTV Stream, you can watch on the go.
I'm here!
Plus, you can choose a package to suit your pocket. There's a whole lot more to enjoy for a lot less than you think with DSTV.
Do you need a car for a day, a week, or longer? Look no further. Avis Rent-A-Car Ghana has got you covered, catering to your every need. Whether it's self-drive or chauffeur-driven, we ensure your journey is filled with comfort and style. Choose from our range of sedans, SUVs, mini SUVs, vans, and buses available to suit your business or planning need. With Avis, your journey knows no bounds. We travel anywhere in Ghana, Benin, Togo, and Cote d'Ivoire. Our prices start from as low as 600 Ghana cedis a day. T&Cs apply. Call us now on 0302 761 751 or email rentacar@avisghana.com. Visit our website avisghana.com. Avis Rent-A-Car. Plan on us.
Cote d'Ivoire, next door, which has come through a civil war after an electoral dispute, has, thanks to disciplined and prudent management, recovered dramatically. Its GDP growth was 8.4%, while inflation is 1.2% in 2015. Cote d'Ivoire is now the largest producer of cashew in the world, and its economy is being transformed dramatically. So the question that you have to ask is, how can global phenomena skip Cote d'Ivoire and all the surrounding countries and only attack Ghana? How? How does it happen?
Perform with this?
Perform what? Rituals or what? Perform what? You that I thought you were on my side.
Are we still arguing about this?
You that I thought you were on my side.
Aren't you a dance champion?
Oh, my friend. My master, my coming. Anyway, while these people are, laughing at my predicament, other people's predicament is nothing to laugh about. We are so concerned about how, those who are affected by the recent increase in the cost of dialysis in Ghana, how they are going to cope. Already it was taking a miracle for them to stay alive, because every week they have to go and find money from somewhere just to pay for dialysis. It's mad. It turns dignified men and women into beggars. And now they have, increased the target.
There's almost 500 now.
It's crazy. Listen to some of the reactions.
490 for a day. So in that week, when it comes to it, costs you about 1,000. As for me, I don't have anybody. A guy saw me in Kumasi and then he told me to help me. If the price go high like this, I'm crying for the guy now.
It has been a very hard because of the money aspect of it. Serious. We are going to die. We are going to die.
Last year, 15-year-old Priscilla Sante's young life was cut short. Her dream of becoming a nurse unfulfilled, leaving a void in the hearts of many. Priscilla was not the last to die. Many have died, and countless numbers are in the queue waiting to die because they can't afford to pay the cost of dialysis.
Yesterday, I met with Thomas Khan. Thomas Khan is a TV3 reporter based in Cape Coast. He was there to cover the event. And he came up to me and said, "You guys really need